on, everyone? Shay5969 here, and we got a special guest today. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Donnie Bless, aka Bless Knives, is with us for a little
Hello.
sit down. We call them a little artist to artist interview. Uh,
Mhm.
so, without further ado, let's get right into it.
Okay.
For those who don't know, Mr. Donnie, aka Bless Knives, is a folding knife maker, I would say, right?
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
make some wicked custom folding knives. I've never had the chance to hold your stuff in person or anything like that, but I've seen it on some videos and some reviews, man, and you definitely make some works of art for sure.
Appreciate you, man.
No, dude, I really appreciate you taking the time to sit with me today as well.
Oh, boy.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Um,
an OD green my car there.
nice, solid. It's got a
Yeah.
good shine to it, but not too much too. I like it. Yeah, man. So, how long have you been like collecting versus making?
So I'm not really a collector, man. I got like
Okay.
20 knives, and I probably acquired 10 of those in the last couple of years. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Uh, I've always carried a knife. I've had like Benchmades and Kershaws and shit like that over the years. But yeah, I was never really a collector. A, too many other hobbies. B, I'm just not really a collector of anything other than Zippos.
Okay. Right on. That's what's up. Um, I got a buddy who collects pinup Zippos. They're pretty sweet.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
nice.
but yeah, so uh, do you recall like a specific knife that like got you like sucked into it more so? Was there like one specific one design that stood out to you that like really spoke to the soul?
As far as making or just owning a knife?
Just like more so like that like drew you into it.
Well, I mean, that'd probably just be my first knife my uncle gave me when I was 5. Little eagle-shaped knife, and
Okay.
mom and dad were both advocates. We're all city folk, but they were advocates of using knives as tools, and
Totally.
always had one.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So would you say that you have like a Mount Rushmore of like some of your favorite makers or like some of your favorite brands or like something like that?
Yeah, I would say that. There's definitely a few out there that I aspire to build like.
So who are some of your personal favorite designers?
I would say Michael Walker Taus, Robert Carter, Wolfgang Lorchner. Uh, he uh, he does some folders. He's mostly just a wild magician with a file.
Okay,
Also, Lerman custom knives. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of greats out there that I'm working towards, but that's
totally.
what.
And we kind of touched on this before I started recording, but I just wanted to say, so a lot of people struggle with this, like myself, especially being a musician, I struggle with this to call myself an artist all the time. Would you say that you're an artist? Do you call yourself an artist?
Um, yes, I do now for sure. I always have been. I actually have had this. It was funny when I saw Aries on with you. Me and Aries talk about this often. It took me a long time to realize or to come to the just to be okay with it. So I've always done art. I used to do pottery. Built stuff out of wood my whole life. I was a tattoo artist. I was a piercer. Uh,
Okay.
so I've always been involved in creating and stuff, but I've never, like Aries said, I'm just a guy that makes stuff. But yeah, so no, I am an artist, and I do have come to grips with that in my older years.
No, totally. And I totally identify with like having it almost seem like a bit pretentious, right? To just be like, yeah, I'm an artist. But like at the end of the day, it's like you're creating
Yeah,
stuff, you're working on all these different projects. It's like that's truly what art really is.
yeah, yeah, you're right.
So when it comes to like your knife designing, in terms of like how you get some inspiration and things like that, what art would you say has a heavy influence on your knife making, whether it be something, for example, like books or movies or comics or something like that? What gives you a lot of inspiration that you take with you into knife making?
I would say out of stuff like that, I'd say film, a lot of sci-fi film,
Okay, heck yeah.
cyberpunk film. I like. non-traditional looking things. I like things that are very angular and kind of have an edge to them, and kind of look spacey a little bit, but not super crazy.
Totally. Yeah, dude, I was looking at the Predator, the model you design, with the floating backspacer in there, which is super cool. How many of your builds would you say that you have incorporated that floating backspacer design into, or is that something that newer that you started doing?
No, actually, the Ripley number one, which I no longer have, somebody owns that now. That had a floating backspacer, so I've been doing that for the last year and a half that I've been making knives.
Okay, very cool, very cool. Um, yeah, so like how long overall have you been making, did you say?
I've been making knives for about 6 years, 60s, obviously when I started, and then
Okay.
I tried to make some folders in 2022. Pretty much failed at that, and then spent the next year and a half really learning and meeting other makers and getting tips and tricks. And then so beginning of 2024 is when I officially started selling folders.
Okay, very cool. Um, so what would you say your favorite part of the making process is from like design to finish? Do you have like a personal favorite that is like one thing in particular in the process that you love the most out of all of it?
Um, it's this stage right here where it's almost done. It
Okay.
functions. It's not ground yet, but like it's just coming together, and I can see what's about to be there, and it's finally like a real thing. Like before that, it's just a bunch of parts. So I
Yeah,
think
totally.
I think this like 90% spot is like my favorite part of the whole process.
That's really cool. And also like yeah, it's like you could see so much limitless potential right there, right? When it's like almost there. Gives you a
And
very,
or
very
possible
cool.
failure, you know what I mean? Like you can still mess it up.
Totally. Uh, yeah, so what model would you say was, the most enjoyable for you to make from, like, start to finish? Do you have, like, a one that you found the most enjoyable specifically that maybe wasn't necessarily your favorite, but, like, you really enjoyed the processes of the most?
Um, no, I mean it's my Ripley. It's my first, it's my flagship. It's the one first folder I kind of envisioned making, and when I made it happen, it's just it's got a special spot.
Totally. Yeah, and that's a very beautiful knife, by the way.
Thank you, man.
I
Thanks.
was looking at, a couple that I really liked, was, the Predator. I really liked the what was it called? The Newt. That was really cool looking blade as well.
Yeah, so that's basically like a chopped Ripley. I basically took an
Okay.
inch off the back end and an inch off the blade.
Very cool. Yeah, and then, the Ripley number 9 I was looking at with that, backspacer that looked, just contrast from the handle material. That was
Hmm.
really cool design on that as well.
Thank you, man.
Um, so, uh what would you say that you like to listen to in the shop when you're just, hanging out, grinding some stuff out? Are you a podcast guy? Are you an album guy? What's some of your favorite stuff to listen to?
90% of the time it's gonna be hip hop.
Okay, right on. Any specific, like, time frame?
Uh,
80s, 90s guy or, like, everything?
all over the place, man. Underground, pop, gangster, funky, like all of it, man. Like the
Heck
whole
yeah.
rap, B, hip hop culture, like all that stuff.
Very
I
cool.
listen to metal and stuff too, but it's mostly hip hop.
Heck yeah. I can relate to that. I love all kinds of music, man, but I totally like putting on, instrumental hip hop beats when I'm getting
Ooh,
some work
yeah.
done. That'll definitely get me through. Um, so, like, when you're feeling stuck on a project or, maybe you're feeling like you're at a little stalemate standpoint that you can't, like, move past, what's something that you like to do to maybe, like, refresh the bearings and kinda get through it?
Sometimes I like to just go back and look at old work and think about other stuff I was struggling on, and then ended up figuring out, and or even hollering at a customer that was early on in my making that kind of helped me through, certain processes of it. You know what I mean?
Very cool. Uh, so what are some of your personal favorite blade steels and handle materials to work with, and why?
So I'm super boring when it comes to the handle materials, man. I'm like a straight titanium or zirconium guy. Like I just want a
Okay.
tough, usable knife. Steels wise, I would say Magna Cut or Crewware, probably my two favorite steels.
Okay, right on. That's what I was gonna say. I saw the Newt was in crewwear, right?
Yes,
Um,
sir.
so how like does working with crewwear fare versus something else like say S90 or something like that?
Crewware's a little easier. So I do everything manually. I don't even have a mill. I do
Yeah, I
everything
saw that.
cool. So when it comes down to like the hand sanding and stuff like that, S90 is a nightmare, man. I mean, you can when you're when you're hand sanding it, it just feels like you're rubbing like two pieces of oiled glass together. It's crazy. Uh, so yeah, certain things just due to the wear resistance and whatnot, some things just take a lot longer to do by hand.
I mean that makes sense. Um, so so what are a few other big passions you have outside of the knife world and outside of knife making?
I'm super into coffee. Total
Okay,
coffee. Uh, I like shooting pool, billiards, eight ball, nine ball, all that stuff.
very cool.
I was on a league for a couple years a while back, stuff like that. So,
What's your favorite
uh,
coffee brand?
brand, always just local, small, direct trade, single origin, bougie coffee.
Okay, right on, right on. Uh, so would you say that it's harder to sell the product or find like a market, or would you say it's far harder to create the actual product?
Hmm. Now that I'm making folders, I think it is harder to make the product than it is to sell it.
That
Uh,
makes sense.
when I started making folders, I wanted to basically, when I started selling them, I wanted to, come out swinging, if you will. And I solidified a decent name for myself just in the quality of my work. I'm not like super wide known or anything, but uh, I'm super involved in the community, and I don't know, like when I make stuff, it just sells. So like, it's way harder to make it than it is to sell it.
Totally. Yeah, and I
Which
would imagine that it's probably like
I'm
a crossover at some point, right? Like I probably
oh yeah,
imagine earlier on it's probably way harder to sell than make, and then eventually it
yes.
probably crosses over, right?
But before I started making folders, yeah, it was way easier to make them than it was to sell them. Yeah.
Yeah, so like from start to finish, right? Like how would you say your process has evolved over time? You think like from your first model to now, do you think you're much more like efficient with your operations? Like you think it takes you like 3 months versus 1 month kind of thing or something like that? Um,
Very much so. Very much so. I mean, I'm kind of a slow builder anyway. Even though I do it manually, I'm still really slow, man. I just kind of work at my own pace. You know, I'm probably, when I first started, it probably took me 3 to 4 weeks to make a knife, and now I could, if I was just making a super plain Jane knife of my own accord, I could probably make it in a week.
right on.
Uh, you know, Streamlined a bunch of stuff. I used to use like four locating pins, now I use two that are more precise. And, just up to my
Totally.
process, precision as I went.
Yeah, like fine tuning it pretty much.
Yep. Yeah.
Um, so would you say that like YouTube and socials have helped you grow a lot? Or would you say that more so you use it so that people can kind of see a little bit more behind the scenes? Or has it like really helped you spread your work around there more? I would imagine so, but like how has it helped you specifically?
Oh yeah, it's helped me immensely. Hey, yes, getting my name out there and stuff, but because I started becoming involved in YouTube, due to help some other folks early on, I know so many people in this community, and I hang out like every day. I'm in like so many different live chats. I'm watching all
Yeah,
the Knife Live. And
totally.
I'm talking,
Yeah, and I think that's how I first interacted with you, I believe, was in someone's live or something like that, so,
yeah, and like a lot of people
definitely.
know her, but then a lot of people don't. I'm just here to hang out. And if people talk about me, like, I'm always thankful about that. But I'm never in there like try, dude. Like I should be in there trying to hustle, but I'm not that kind of guy, dude. I'm just in there hanging out, being a nerd.
Dude, right, totally. Yeah, and, I feel like a lot of us are just nerding out on stuff a lot of the time, anyway, so, uh,
Yeah,
but, yeah, what would you say, are 3 pieces of gear that you can't live without?
like tooling or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, my grinder, my drill press, and my portable trim router.
Okay.
So I flipped that thing upside down. I made a table and I use a carbide bit in it, and that's how I do like my stop pin tracks and some other things.
Okay, very cool. Um, if you could collab with anyone from history, from, like, the beginning of time to today, who would you choose to work with? Could be totally out of left field, anybody through history, whether you're a fan of them or someone you just think would make a cool collab with.
Um, hmm, that's an interesting question. Huh.
Like
Knife
I said, kind of out there.
in the knife realms, I would say either Michael Walker or Wolfgang Wertschner, because they're both magicians. But man, dude, I could think of like there's probably like some cool prop artists from a film I could work with and then make real versions of some cool shit they made. Like, man, that's a great question. That could be long
Right.
winded.
And it's like also one of those ones where you could like it's like so many you pick 3 or 4, right? You leave 3 or 4 out, right? So,
Yup.
uh,
Yeah.
totally. So I wanted to ask, what inspired you to come up with the Ghost logo?
Ghost logo. My family nickname is Boo. They've always called me Boo, like a ghost. And I've always just I like spooky stuff. I got something that says Boo right there hanging from my wall, and uh, I just started doodling it one day, maybe with spray paint, maybe not. So that was kind of my thing for a little while. And then, kind of, when I broke out of the tattoo world and got into knife making, I decided I needed a logo, and I kind of cleaned it up and made it its thing.
I dig it. Very cool. Very cool. Um, so do you have maybe one piece of advice that somebody gave to you in regards to like knife making, when you first started out that kind of stuck with you and really helped you?
Reach out to more makers, make more friends, learn.
Right on. That's
Yeah.
very solid.
Because, I mean, you can think you're doing the glory of work and then like you don't really know, or you didn't know you could have been doing it easier. There's so many things by just isolating yourself that, like, and the community is awesome. Like, you reach out and people are down.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's really cool. I'm sure that like when you send people some stuff and they're getting to check out your work and they're all drooling over it. I'm sure that probably is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Because like I said, man, you have some very beautiful pieces, man. I would definitely consider you an artist. I mean, that floating backspacer is definitely like in my mind, that's something that's up there with the works of like Marfione and Borka type stuff, to be honest with you. And I've owned a few of those, and like I said, I never had one of your blades in hand, but from what I've seen, and like I have watched several reviews from a few different creators on them, and I've watched your like in the shop videos and stuff like that, and it
Well,
definitely looks like you definitely have an awesome eye for design, man, and you have some wicked edges, and I wanted to ask you, so if people were trying to look for some of your designs or check out some of your work, where might they be able to find some of that other than like
uh,
IG and YouTube?
yeah, currently it's all Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Okay, right on.
I'm on getting an updated website going on, and that'll be happening real soon. So,
For
but yeah,
sure.
until yeah, just basically YouTube or Instagram and Facebook.
Okay, right on, man, and I'll make sure I plug that, in the description for everyone to go check out and give you a follow.
Thanks, man.
Um, so do you have any idea, like, overall, like, a running total on how many knives you've, built overall?
Overall, no folders. There's like under 30 out there, and fixies. There's probably around I don't know 100 or something like that over the last 6 years, but I really haven't made all that many knives, you know what I mean, compared to a lot of guys or whatever, you know. Like I'm pretty fresh in the folder scene, you know what I mean? Like I'm working on Ripley like 15 right now, so there's only 15 of those out in the wild.
Right on. That's absolutely cool, man. Those Ripley designs are awesome, man. They're very beautiful pieces of art, man. And I would say, like, for anybody who's never really like experienced custom knives, like it is such a step up from like a production pocket knife that it's like totally unfathomable. And it's like once you cross over into that world, it's so hard to like people say all the time, right? Once you carry a custom, it's so hard to go back to a production knife. And it's like it is because it's totally another level, you know?
It's a different thing, you know. It feels different in your hand, you know. You think
Yeah.
about holding it, like everything
Mhm.
about it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. The level, it's like functional art, you know. It's like a painting made by a painter that you carry in your pocket, you know. Uh,
Yeah.
so, would you maybe have one piece of advice that you would give to your 17-year-old self?
Uh, do more. You can get away with it.
Right on. I like it. Um, so would you say that you enjoy knife making more than, the social media side of things? Like, do you enjoy, knife making more than, like, making videos and stuff like that?
Yeah, I actually so I really enjoy like going live and being a goon and like kind of working on lives or whatever. But no, man, I hate self promotion. I hate having to do it. I'm not good at it. I'm trying to be better, but like, yeah, I'd much rather just nerd out and just build something than have to deal with all this. I mean,
Totally.
again, the personal interactions are super awesome, but making like my own content, like taking pictures of my knives and stuff like that, no, I don't care.
Right, I feel you, man, I feel you. Uh But yeah, it's definitely been like new for me as well, getting into like the video aspect side of stuff and putting myself out there.
It's
Uh,
fun though, right? Like it's a
it
little
is.
weird, but
It
fun. Yeah,
it's really fun to make connections with people, especially like you meet so many people from all over that you never would have thought from all over different walks of life, different kinds of people. It's really fun to meet people and interact and make new connections. You know.
yeah, dude, I fully agree, man.
Um, So, do you have like any plans for any upcoming blade shows or events or anything like that? Like take a small batch to any blade shows or something like that?
The next planned one is Atlanta next year. I skipped West, just so I can focus on some book spots right now. I'm trying to work on getting into some of the smaller shows like CCKS or some of the smaller invitational shows.
Okay.
But right now, I'm just kind of churning out book spots and looking at other stuff.
Right on. And so if somebody wanted to try to get on your book spots or something like that, I seen on your IG that it was pretty much closed for now or whatever until you catch up. Is there like
Yeah.
typically a way that you do it when your books do become available? Is there like a special way?
Uh, no, not currently. I'm haven't figured all that out yet.
Right on.
Right now, like when I open them up, you just message me and I'll add you to the list. I don't take
Perfect.
money up front or anything, so just onto the list you go. And
Okay. Right on. Very cool. Very cool.
but yeah, I'm working all that stuff out again. Like just in the last year, has this become an actual like viable possibility for a business for me, which is what I was striving towards. But
Right.
so I'm still working out how to make a business on my own. Yeah, no, I've never had to do that. So
Yeah. No. Totally. It's like they say, this is all of our first time being human, right? So
right.
we're all figuring it out. Um,
Yeah,
no, but so was there anything else that you wanted to discuss that maybe we didn't talk about?
Hmm. No, I don't think so, man. I mean, I like. Part of the reason I reached out to you in the chat was because I watched you interview Aries, and I liked your whole approach to it. It's a little different than most, and I thought it was funky and groovy and like really organic. So I just thought it was cool.
Dude, yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, like when I seen you in the chat and you said you were totally down for an interview, bro, I was like super excited, man. This is something that I'm like really enjoying doing, like interviewing people and stuff. And so you said that you were really inspired by film and horror film. So what are some of your favorite horror films?
Uh, well, it's mostly sci-fi films, but
Oh,
horror
sci-fi films, excuse me.
technically plays into it because Alien, which is basically my favorite movie,
Okay,
I classify as a horror film and a sci-fi film.
totally.
Where I got the Ripley name from is Lieutenant
Oh,
Ripley.
Ripley Scott.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah. So the Alien franchise, the new that's the little girl in Aliens, the second one. Yeah, um, yeah,
Very
sci-fi shit.
cool. Very cool. I like little hidden facts like that, man. Very cool stuff. I like some behind the scenes stuff. Very cool. Um, yeah, man. Let me just look over my questions one more time. Make sure I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, man.
Uh, but yeah, man. I really appreciate your time, dude.
I appreciate you caring to talk to me, man. Again, like an artist, yes, but again, just a dude that makes stuff.
Dude, yeah, totally. But yeah, you make some beautiful pieces, brother. And I really, like I said, beautiful pieces. I'm a big fan of that Ripley design. My favorite was the Ripley number 9, and that newt was really cool.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe try to get either one of mine or one of the homies to send you one to play with for a little bit.
dude, yeah, heck yeah, that'd be sick. Um, yeah, man. Any last thoughts, feelings, or concerns?
No, man. Thank you. Shout out to Aries because he's the homie.
Heck yeah, Aries EDC.
And yeah, Aries EDC. And keep it up, dude. I mean, I dig watching your content. I saw. Oh, yeah, I watched your one with Titanium Justin as
Oh,
well.
heck yeah,
The homie too. So yeah, keep it up, man. I think it's cool.
heck yeah,
Hope
dude.
to talk more.
Dude, yeah. Thank you so much for sitting with me, dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, man. We'll call it a night, dude.
All right, bro. We'll talk soon. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm gonna sit down, edit this, and post it up. I'll send it to you.
Cool, man. Sweet.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.